This, folks, is an item that I would not want. No.
The guy set me up with the door. Yeah, he knew how rotten that door was. The winch don't work. He did ask me too. He said, hey, when you get done with that, you gonna adjust it? I'm like, sure, yeah. I had no idea. The, pop-ups, the top has to go up so far before you can put the screen door down. Well, this side over here is 3 inches low. So this thing has got all kinds of issues. Oh, hi. How are y'all today? Welcome back to the Hillbilly RV channel. Please go to my new website, hillbillyrv.net. That's where you'll find my Amazon link at the top of the page. If you want to buy anything from Amazon, if it's on my store, you can buy it through my store. It doesn't cost you any extra, and it throws Amazon puts a few pennies in my pocket. While you're at my website, be sure and sign up for the email. It's just so we can stay in contact. So once we get that list built up, I'll start sending emails, and I'm not going to send you 10 emails a day because I don't have time for it. But I'll send you an email when something important comes up. That way we can stay in contact. So, what are we doing today? We have a pop-up. Any guess as to what's wrong with it? You got it. Got a broken cable. This is a system that I think I have only worked on one time in my life. You've got 4 main cables that go to the lifting arms. It's got cables that loop up. It's got 3 sections, should have 3 sections, and 2 of those sections have permanent cables in them that attach, go over a pulley and attach again. And then you've got your main cable that goes up through a pulley and pulls up. We're just going to go a little bit at a time. Well, that worked. Now I'm going to have to prop this corner, and then I got to get this leg out of here. So. I want to get the top of this leg loose, which I did. There's 2 nuts up inside of this leg, back in here. You have to go inside to get them. The studs that those go on are welded in from the top, so the nuts are on the bottom. I think it's time to go underneath. Oh, look at that, would you? I'm like a real cameraman now. Yeah, there's the four machine bolts right here. Man, I hope y'all don't get used to this me actually being a good cameraman thing. That thing like broke right at that pulley. I bet you $1 we got a bad pulley up here. Let me see if I can show you what I am talking about. See, I was bragging about being a good cameraman there. So let's see. So there's double pulley here, double pulley over here. The front cable goes through one side of the pulley and the back cable goes through the other one. And then it leaves that pulley and goes over here to another pulley right here, and then it goes into the bottom of the leg. Tell you folks, I know most of you don't have access to a vehicle lift, but I'm telling you what, that's been the best thing I ever did. Oh, let's see if this sucker come out of here. Let's go up. We birthed a bouncing baby lift arm. Hopefully you see. Now we've got two cables inside this arm that are attached to the different sections. So this is 3 sections. 1, 2, 3. Actually 4. 4 sections. And then you have your main cable out that comes out the bottom. When you pull, as it goes through the bottom, around the pulley, and into this second section. So when you pull on that cable, it makes the arm longer. Tell you what, pop-up's rough, man. It's been well used. I can't imagine the stories this little pop-up could tell. Yeah, I'm just gonna get these cleaned up, put a little grease on them, and put this back together. Wow, these little rollers are pretty awesome. I don't know if it'll ever focus, but it actually has needle bearings inside there. If you are doing this job, don't plan on cleaning those rollers, the bearings, the needle bearings. They're not a caged bearing. Those needles are loose. So just thank goodness I figured that out before I lost any. But yeah, they are loose. So if you're using aerosol brake cleaner to clean those things out, don't. So we got them all cleaned up, put back together, greased up. Now we're gonna start making a cable. So let me show you what we got here. So the main cable goes up around this pulley and comes down to this screw right here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get that, because we're gonna start in here. We'll make this end first. Oh, yeah, she's tight. I hope that nut's welded on the backside. Oh, it is. Good. So yep, this just goes in through the bottom, up around that pulley, and back down that screw. I am going to use my hydraulic crimper. This hydraulic crimper is pretty cool because you can crimp furls on cable. You can crimp battery cable ends onto battery cables. It's a handy little tool. This and the cutters are in my Amazon store. Check that out. Because you need cable cutters, trust me. You try and cut that cable with a side cutter or something like that, you're fooling yourself. That's all there is to it. Now the only thing that they don't tell you is what size, because it's got a whole bunch of different doohickeys. I forget what they're called right now. It'll come to me here in a minute. Dies. So I've went online and printed this out, and I know for an 1/8 inch cable I want number 16 die. So I look in the box, I pull out both 16s. Ironically enough, that's the one I just pulled out and showed you. Let's take these ones out, put our 16s in. So we're going to run it through the ferrule. Run it back through the ferrule. Run it back through the ferrule. Run it back through the ferrule. Did I already say that? Why don't I just do it? Pull that pretty tight, because this one, that one is pulled pretty tight. Just about as tight as I can pull it. Tighten up the little release knob on the hydraulic crimper. Hold everything while you put it in there and pump her up. You'll know when it's done. It just stops. Now you do have to crimp it at least a couple times. I usually do it 3. We'll do it the second time here and see how it looks. That may be good enough. It's a little hard to hold all this stuff by yourself. A little bit easier with a helper. Oh baby, that looks awesome. So, do that. Run this up through there. Off the top, back through. Now this could be a little bit tricky. Get that to curve around. What you can do sometimes, we're going to end up cutting that off anyway. We'll just put a kink in there on purpose. Send that around the pulley. Just like that. And voila. Screw that back to that section of leg. That there is a done deal. They had a piece of aluminum tape on the back of that and I pulled it out. So I just put another piece of aluminum tape on it. Now I think what we got to do is go ahead and guide this cable down through here. Like that. Through the hole in the frame. Like that. It's almost through there. There it is. Right there. Now I'm going to put those 4 bolts in the back that we took out earlier. I'm going to put those back in and then we'll finish stringing this cable. All right, get the leg bolted back in. I guess now would be a good time to just pull on this cable and make sure that the leg goes up, and it does. So then we can run this through the frame right here and around this pulley through a hole in the frame right here where you can't see. Let me move y'all here. There you go. Now you can sort of see. Oh, and then I kick you. Sorry. Y'all okay? Oh, yeah, y'all look okay. And then we go around that pulley, back through that pulley, where y'all can't see once again. I was bragging about my camera work there a little bit ago, wasn't I? Yes, I was. Cable got stuck around the tripod. So there we are. Pull this pretty snug. I want that to be as tight as I can probably get it. And we'll gingerly put these needle nose vice grips on that cable just to hold everything. I'm going to mark it with my Sharpie so I'll know if anything's moved. If it has, I know where to put it back. Take the eye bolt back out. Now we can crimp this. Just cut that tail off. Just make sure you're cutting the right thing now. You gotta be careful not to nick that cable either. Y'all know what I just did? It's not the end of the world. The leg has to be run up and reattached before we can put this furl on there. I have to cut this furl off. The cable's going to be a lot shorter, so that's no big deal at all. Probably have to cut another 1.5 foot off that cable, so no big deal. I'll just cut that off and we'll get that leg up. Well, here's the moment of truth. It's getting late. The cable is reattached. I just did it exactly like I did the first time. First time was just practice. Second time was for real. And so let's put a little pressure on it and our props should fall out. Well, the other three won't fall out. I got them zip tied to the legs, but let's see what happens. One fell out over there even though it was zip tied. Yeah, I don't know about this winch. It creeps off. I'll have to get a tarp strap or something. Y'all scared? Yeah, something ain't right. That's what I was afraid of. I was afraid that something wasn't right in that leg. Daggone, I was right. There is something wrong. Folks, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I was riding a struggle bus on this thing the other night. Got it all put back together. Wasn't working. Took it all back apart, as you can see. And I think I know where I went wrong. Let me see if I can demonstrate it. When I make a mistake and I put it on video to let the whole world see, what I'm trying to do is trying to help you, maybe keep you from making a mistake. So let me show you what I think happened. Here's our main cable. All right, there's two permanent cables inside this lift assembly. That's what we call it. That's what it says right here. And as long as you, I need to turn this around this way. Hopefully y'all still be able to see. No, be better off this way. What happened when I put this lift assembly inside the, put it on the camper? I was here by myself, so I just pulled up on the arm so I could attach the top to the top of the camper, and see what happens those internal cables when you do that. And I think one of those cables went somewhere it shouldn't have, and that's what caused all of our issues. Once I got it assembled, then the main cable couldn't lift it anymore, because if you, let's do it this way. If you put some pressure on this with your belly and pull the main cable, everything goes up. Everything goes up smooth. Nothing gets tangled up. So that's where I went wrong. I'm going to replace this main cable again, just like I did before. And then I am going to get me some help. Mrs. Hillbilly's going to come up. That way one of us can pull the main cable to raise that lift assembly up and attach it to the roof of the camper, rather than just physically pull it up and let those cables get all tangled up again. So yeah, gonna remake the main cable again, wait for Mrs. Hillbilly to get up here, and then hopefully this thing will work better. I'm gonna remake one of these internal cables also. They're just short. It's got I think it's where it got tangled up. It's got a boogered up place. You see it's kind of kinky. Let me show you how I do that real quick. I'm just gonna show you how I set a jig up so I can make a new cable the same length. As far as crimping the ends, the furls on it, it's the same. Let me show you. Just got a couple screws. I'll put one here. Cable on it. Stretch the cable out fairly tight. Put another screw in. Okay. Now that's roughly what size our new cable needs to be. And then all I'm going to do is put my furls on here to this size, and then take the screws out of the table. Miss Hillbilly's here, help me. So we're gonna do it just like we did before, just guide the leg down in there. Big difference is one of us gonna be inside guiding it up into its little receptacle up in the roof, and one of us is gonna be pulling the cable to actually pull the arm up rather than just physically raise it up. So
I'm pulling.
okay. Pull harder. Okay. Hopefully that works much better. because I really think the cables just got tangled up because we didn't pull it. Thanks to Miss Hillbilly for pulling on that cable for me while I just guided it in. Now all we gotta do is just finish the cable, start adjusting it. Hopefully it works way better than it did a while ago. Well, a while ago for you, it was 3 days ago for me. Anything to say, Miss Hillbilly? She knows how to work a lift now.
Yeah.
So
I can fix my tires now.
yeah, you can rotate your own tires now.
Yeah.
Change your own oil.
No.
Huh?
No.
What do you think, folks? I think you can do it. Got the lift assembly in. It's bolted up, top and bottom. I got the cable hooked back up. And all I want to do today is just sit, go up and down a little bit. Don't even have to go all the way. Just because this has been aggravating me to death. So let's see if it works gooder than it did the other day. It's already better. Just gonna get all my props out. Now, let's just see it go up. I can't crank it and look up there at the same time, so y'all let me know whether that side's moving. 42 1/4. See what happens. Oh yeah, she goes up now. See, I wouldn't do that the other day. Them cables is all tangled up. So that's it for today, folks. I'm gonna call this one a day. I got things I want to do at the house, so we'll be back later. Got the cable fixed. Everything's untangled. Everything's good there. Got a lot of adjusting to do. This side over here is about 3 inches low. That side over here is probably close to 3 inches too low. I don't know whether there's that much adjustment on these cables. Probably, I mean, it seems like there's a pretty good ratio. Being a 3-section arm, the way it is, maybe it's 3 to 1. For every inch you pull the main cable, the lift assembly goes up 4 inches. 3 inches? I don't know. But yeah, it's just as simple as measuring a corner, adjusting that cable till you get to the height you want, go to the next corner, measure, adjust. So I'm gonna go around and do all that. And when I get done, then I'll let you watch it go up and down, and then I'm done with this thing. I quoted this for a price, and I'm losing my butt on this one. So, of course, a lot of that's my fault. You know, I redone this cable 3 times. So a lot of that's my fault. I'll take that, but I was set up here. I was set up. This thing's a wreck. But yeah, let me get these cables adjusted, and then I'll bring y'all back to watch it go up and down 1 time each, and that's it. Y'all know how sometimes you win, sometimes you lose? Well, I think I lost on this one. I might give up on it. Was adjusting the cables and broke the adjuster on one of the right front cable. Yeah, I don't know. This may be the end of this video. I may not. I may not finish this thing. I may just tell the guy to come and get it. He don't owe me nothing. Wash my hands. I don't know. It's like we almost ran out of adjustment. It's like maybe all the stationary cables in the lift assemblies, maybe they're all stretched. I have no idea. Because this side over here needed to go up 3 inches just to be able to put the screen door in. I got it up 2 inches on the back, and I got it up 2 inches on the front, that's when that other adjuster broke. I don't know. So if I don't come back, this is a lose-lose for me. And yeah, don't y'all lose-lose. Get down in that comment section. Tell me what a loser I am, and we'll all go on. Catch y'all later.